Henderson. Mm. I must have knocked my camera out of whack or something like that. Good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Right here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis in Chicago, and Atlanta too, and WRLN Radio, today's R&B hits and throwbacks. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in. And also officially checking in is my daughter, Brianna. She's checking in on Facebook, of course. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys who have not checked in yet. For those, of course, are listening on the Ray Neal side, the Ray Neal Media side. Thank you for staying over. I appreciate that. Coming up in our last hour, we do a little thing we call foreplay. Four songs by one of your favorite artists or groups, male or female. And that happens in our 11 o'clock hour for those of you who are in the Central Standard Time zone, okay? And I'll tell you what I did this past weekend, whether you want to hear it or not. Had a great weekend. Right now, we kick it off with Michael Henderson and Let Me Love You on Bedtime Stories. Trish! What up, Trish? Trishy. That whether you want to hear it or not, here it goes. I went to the Horseshoe Casino to see Kim. K-E-M. Not K-I-M, but Kim. Great show as usual. It's like the second time I saw him at the Horseshoe. This year, as a matter of fact. So once again, great show, Kim. You know, he puts on a great show. And you didn't take me. Yeah, right. Of course not. Why would I take my daughter to a concert? I'm like, that just doesn't look right. I wish I could have went. You could have. You could have gone. But I ended up getting stand up. I ended up getting stood up. So yeah. So yeah, so that was it. So because I'm your daughter and I like Kim, then you need to get your husband to take you to go see Kim. You know, you had to work, so you couldn't go, Trish. I don't know why. So now you can't take your daughter out. Uh, I can, but I might want to date afterwards. But I can't date my daughter. That don't look right. So, and of course, Trish, because I have a husband. Yep, and he's supposed to take you out. So why'd you get married if your husband don't take you out? That's his job. My job is to be supportive and to tell you how to do things and what to do and what not to do. That's my job. Remember that line in the marriage that said, "Who giveth this woman to be married to this man?" That day I handed him off to you. I handed you off to him, rather. So that's it. You're supposed to. Sweetheart, I'm just kidding. Before you start getting upset and drive over here and break all the speed limits like you did last time when I hung up on you. Let me tell y'all what my daughter did. I hung up on her and she came to my job. Baby hanging all off of her. Don't you hang up on me no more. Like, okay. She woo boy. She flew to my job so fast over on 59th Street. I'm like, dang, okay. But I scratched myself. But she knows in my heart of hearts how much I love her. She knows that. She knows that I will do anything for her, that I will walk through hell and high water for her. She knows that. Scratched a hole in the back of my head. Anyway, once again, she knows how I feel about her. And those that know me know how I feel about her. So there is no discussion about that. She knows, you know. When she was working at the airport, she was working in food service at Midway. Who picked the baby up every day? Who dropped the baby off at daycare? Who picked the baby up from daycare? So that you wouldn't have to worry about who was going to pick up your child. Because the child's grandpa was going to pick her up. When Naomi couldn't sleep at night, when she was crying, who put her to sleep? Shall I go on? Who begged their mama to let her come back home? Shall I go on? You want me to tell you how I really feel? You know, when I took you in my vehicle and let you drive so you could learn how to drive, let me tell you how I really feel. Shall I continue? So that's how I really feel. What is that song? That song by Shirley Caesar that says "No charge." You're welcome. Who paid for the reception at Mr. G's, Beverly Woods? Shall I continue? I think that tells you how I really feel about you because I wanted you to have a fantastic wedding and reception, better than mine. You got married and had a reception on the same day. Your mother and I didn't. We got married in the house, and then a few months later, we had a reception. You got both of yours in the same day. Shall I continue? And oh, yes, the DJ. And the DJ who didn't have equipment. You're welcome. Doom, 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 doom. The OJs. Let Me Make Love to You. And before that, Michael Henderson and Let Me Love You. Yeah, you see where this is going. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Once again, I'll tell you how my weekend went. Went to see Kim once again at the Horseshoe Casino. Great show once again, sir. Got a chance to go backstage and, have a conversation with him. Not before Big Horn came with his whole outfit. He had the recorder and the microphone and everything else. I'm like, oh, you go with your bad self. He said, hey, I learned from you. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Him and Kim are buddies. I was just hanging out with the buddies. He said, yeah, he's the owner of the station. Kim was like really not impressed. So I was like, that's cool. I'll keep playing his songs because I like your music. So, as a matter of fact, Kim was at Big Corn's retirement party when he retired from the Chicago PD. Yeah. And he was there. And I said, look, I'm not playing your music just because you're here. It's like, okay, big deal. Ended up playing 3 of his songs anyway. Kim's a cool brother. I can't deny that. He is a great talent. I might do him in foreplay tonight. Who knows? He's not old enough, but he got old school tendencies. Here's Blue Magic, the first of 2 in a row on Bedtime Stories. Ba 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 ba. do. That's all I can do. Not all over again. Only stop so we can start all over again. Remember the day that I made you cry when I told you goodbye. I always stop. I always stop. So, how was your weekend, people? Trish had to work, so she couldn't go see Kim because she had to work. When things get rough, here's what we'll do. Kiss and make up. Let's keep on. Someone will say that we're through. So when I say sign the papers, again, love that song. I was called in early and got off at 9 Saturday and Sunday, Saturday and 7:30 on Sunday. Oh baby. We can make a brand new start. You said the beat's getting off at 11. I know that's right. Someone asked me to switch shifts with them and come in at 6 o'clock in the morning. I said, the devil is a liar. I only get 2 days to sleep late. You want me to come in and switch shifts with you and come in at 6 so that you can get off? No, no, sweetheart. Mm-mm. Nope, 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 no. It ain't happening. Love you, but bye bye. No, ain't happening. You just won't work tomorrow. Brother man ain't gonna get up at no 5 o'clock in the morning on a day that I don't have to. Nope, 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 nope. I have something to do in the morning, and that is to sleep until 9:30. That's what I have to do. You just have the day off tomorrow. Mm, 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 mm. Nope, I can't get up that early. On a day I don't have to get up that early. I tell you, these kids, you know, I heard Al Greer stole a car at a Costco parking lot, dragged his victim during the getaway. No, definitely not me. You know, these people. I gotta tell you, they are young and they don't want to go to work. They have no concept. No consequences. In other words, you know, if they take off, mommy and daddy is not gonna kick them out because they're making a little money. So I bet you use those headphones for earmuffs. It's not that cold outside yet, sir. Nope, it isn't. Not that cold yet. But yes, I have another set of headphones which are a little bit bigger and furrier. But yeah, these kids don't want to come to work. They we have a gentleman. He's a calls himself executive producer. I'm like, okay, he gets one guest and like, bruh, I've been doing this forever. Okay. They have no consequences. Mommy and daddy is not gonna kick them out. You know, mommy and daddy are paying the rent or and mortgage. You might be paying a bill or two, but happy Monday, Cherie or Sherry, Yvette Withers Banks. Thank you for being on my live as always. That's my other wife, y'all. Yep. I'm like, switch shifts. Like that ain't nothing. Like, yeah. Like that ain't nothing. I can get he can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He's got nothing to do, you know. And it's like every time my schedule changes, I have to rearrange what I have to do before and after work. They don't get that, you know. I have rent or and mortgage to pay. Okay. Two in a row from Blue Magic. Wait a minute, not ready for that yet. Two in a row from Blue Magic. Tear it down, start over again. From the first album on Atco Records. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Sherry Yvette Withers Banks, or as I call her, Cherie. And of course, my brother from another mother, Brian Henley Lordson. Thank you for being on my live. I appreciate it. And you too, Troy. Cherie, Sherry Yvette Withers Banks, Joyner Kersey Knight Pulliam. Yeah, she's all of that. And a bag of chips. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. He was, I don't know if he was in town or just performing. Yeah. If he was performing, I saw somebody post a video of this gentleman. I'm like, he's still kicking it. He's got to be like in his late 70s, early 80s. He still has that voice, though, with his bow legged self. He walks, he used to, you know, wear hard sole shoes now these days. He just, they're not coming to see me anymore. They're coming just to hear me. From the hard to find album, I'm Coming Home. Here's Johnny Mathis. That's right, Johnny Mathis on Bedtime Stories. Well, good evening, Chef Kim in the house. That's why you see fall in love. Just pretend. He comes to Clearwater twice a year. And it's like he really doesn't need the money. He's got to be like a millionaire, billionaire over and over again because never married, has no children. You never hear of anything bad going on with Johnny Mathis. You know, Johnny beat his wife. Won't hear that. Doesn't have a wife, never have, and never will. Yeah, he's like the black Barry Manilow. you know, he's got fans that are as old as he is, and you'll never hear a scandal. It's like Johnny Mathis rolled his SUV on the mayor's lawn. You'll never hear that. That was Wilson Pickett, okay? Samuel Jackson would ask, "What's in your wallet?" I know, right? But I'm like, man, if I could go back and not have any children, and well, not saying I would have been like Johnny Mathis. No, there's a reason why Johnny don't have no kids. Okay, can't make a kid with a boy. I'm just saying. As long as he stays on the road, he stays incredibly professional. You'd have to hear him to believe it. Brother, I've been following Johnny Mathis ever since I was 13. Yep. I've always admired him because, you know, I could, right, as his kids are listening, thank you. But anyway, if I could go back and say, okay, just one of them, that's all. He never comes out with a small orchestra. I know, right? And I'm sure he pays everyone and well. I think maybe he goes from town to town, and I don't think that's his own orchestra. I think maybe he'll hire local musicians when he comes in town to read and play his charts. I can't see him rehearsing with an orchestra all the time. It'd be different if he had like maybe a 6 or 8 piece band, but I can't see him going from town to town with an orchestra. He'd probably say, okay, give me your best musicians in Chicago or Philadelphia or. But anyway, what are you talking about, Trish? What you say? Stop it. It is what it is. Now, if he usually has a musical conductor, program director that's always on point. Okay. Gino Vanelli is excellent in concert these days. Gino, really? Hmm. Okay. And my phone is ringing. Someone's not listening to bedtime stories. Biggs.
I'm calling in to bedtime stories.
What's up?
I want to talk on the air. I'm on the air and you're on the air. Let's talk on the air simultaneously.
Okay.
All
right. I thought you'd be on there. I'm like, okay.
I am on the air. We both on the
air. I'm like, okay.
We good like that.
And I'm about to put you on too. Hold on. My phone acting up. There we go. Shoot, I'm finna put you on. So I talked to Marvin Jr. Last week.
Okay.
He did not forget to call in, as a matter of fact.
All right. Yeah, you're a pretty responsible guy.
I'm like, ooh, I'm impressed. I am impressed. You know, I don't know. I guess I thought maybe he was going to be a little, a little arrogant like everybody else, but
No, he respect you. He was excited.
I'm like, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie Williams, Sarana said, tell my sorrow, hey.
Hey.
It's like, okay, all right.
All right.
Let's see, Roadcaster Pro. There we go. There we go. Hold up, Johnny. This just in. I stopped Johnny Mathis for you. I must really love you. Ladies and gentlemen, on my phone, on my live, on my everything, on my mama. She is she's been around me longer than any woman I've ever been with. and that is the absolute truth. Dinah Lynn Biggs and I go back so far. It's like, it's almost as if we were kids, but we weren't. We were young adults by that time. But it's like we've always been with each other, around each other. We've always been there for each other, you know. And I don't want to, go back too far, but but I can. I used to read to her daughter. That's how. And how old is she now? 46. I used to read to her daughter when she was 6. Okay. Um, I'm well. How are you? Uh huh.
On the air. How cool is that?
I know, right? Because I look down, I'm like, what? She calling me? Isn't she on the air? I'm like, okay, I'll answer it. But I just want to tell you how much, and of course, this is gonna piss a whole lot of folks off. How much I love you, and I've always loved you throughout all those knuckleheads that you used to date.
Everybody needs some love, Al, and I can always count on you, ups and downs, and all of that good stuff, and vice versa. And it's just good having somebody you can depend on. I listen to you night after night, sit and talk to all your friends, and they don't know how genuinely you mean everything that you say.
I do, and they don't. They don't. They just think it's an act.
Right.
They think it's all an act. It's like I sit here and pour out my heart, and all of this is genuine. It's all for real. By the way, Uncle Marshall is on my live right now. He said, "How's the song doing up there?" It's like it's doing fine. Dinah Lynn said she just played it. You missed it. Well, you can't listen to both of us, I guess. Well, you got 2 ears. I guess you could listen to her in Philadelphia and me here in Chicago. So, and I heard he was in Chicago. Okay, go ahead. But
we'll see you at the birthday party, right?
That's right, December 23rd from 11 until 3 at 9210. Love you much. Bye bye. What a pleasant surprise, Dinah Lynn Biggs. And people say, she started her own radio station. I'm like, Yeah, I helped her start her own radio station. Yeah, because she took my program director, so I knew she was going to have a great station. So, thank you for calling in, Donald, and I got to tell her, how much I love her, and I do. We have never dated. We've just been like brother and sister, like me and Ronnie are. And like I said, I used to read to her daughter when her daughter was a little girl, and now she has two little girls of her own, and I love them as much as I love her, and that's it. Dr. Marshall Thompson, thank you so much for being on my live. Lady G, Ronnie, and you too, Troy. Here's Heat Wave. Look after love on Bedtime Stories. Hey, Uncle Marshall, when you go talk to the guy, let me get on Sirius XM because I'm going to be retiring soon. So that's all I want to do. You know, so when I turn 65, I want to be on Sirius XM, Soul Town, or The Groove, whichever. And I know you can make that happen because you're a big baller shot caller. So, so hook me up. Yep, hook me up. Hook me up. Let's look at things. Hello, all on the live. Hello, Chef Kim, Doctor. That's me. It's Mama Troop. It was good seeing you on Saturday, Mama Troop. I know this is random, but I just got all my Christmas cards for the entire ER department. I'm super excited. Okay. I'm not a big Christmas person. I think after my kids got grown, I mean, but I have grandchildren, but it's like, it's not the same. Christmas is just, unfortunately, to me, it's another day. I'll be working on Christmas. So, you know, I'll be working. So it's not a big deal. Yeah, not a big deal at all. It's just another day in the neighborhood. Now, when, when I was younger, when at least one or two of my parents were still with us, Christmas meant a lot. But since you know, since my mother's gone, she's been gone since 2020. Christmas has not been the same since then. It wasn't the same, when Dad died, but it really lost its meaning when my mother passed in 2020. So it's just, yeah, and of course, I'm not at home. So Christmas just it's just another day. It'll be okay. My birthday's Saturday, Christmas Eve is Sunday, and then Monday is Christmas. I'll be at work, so it's just you know it is what it is. I'll be at work on Christmas. There is no way that I can probably get off on Christmas because as an engineer over at WVO, and somebody's got to be on the board. So that's it. Holidays isn't the same when you lose a parent, and it isn't. It really isn't. Especially, you know, like I said, especially when my mother's not here. So and then her birthday would have been January 10th. So so it is what it is. I like I said, it's just not the same. Just not the same. But I'll make it through. Mm-mm. Yeah. But Uncle Marshall, help me get on Sirius XM. Help me. Help me. You know. I know Jeff Fox is your boy and everything, but I'm your nephew. So hit me. Hit me. I will try to make the best of the holidays for the grandbabies. All right. Yeah. But once again, it's just another day. You know, I wish I could say, well, I'm going to see my mom on Christmas. No. Well, I'm going to see my children on Christmas. They probably be out already. So, yeah. So it is what it is. Yep. Yep. What's that song? Christmas just ain't Christmas without the one you love. Well, I'll always love my mama. And that's it. So it is what it is. Mr. Mama. Oh, yep, Mr. Mama. Jesse Nolan. What's going on, Jesse? Mm. Yep, Christmas just ain't Christmas without the one you love. Maybe one day Christmas will have a new meaning. But right now, the old meaning sucks. Plus, my birthday's so close to Christmas. It's like, 47 Saturday, tried Pookie's crack cake. Yeah, I heard about that. They were talking about that on VON. Pookie's crack cake. Mm-mm. Jesse Nolan, Love Slave. All right, Jesse. You might want to send that to my email instead. That's alpgreer at gmail.com. Greer. Doom, doom, doom. Do, 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 doom, doom. Because you're the star of the star. When I was a little kid, well, not a little kid, but a young adult, I guess, a teenager, I used to listen to all of Heatwave's songs on my headphones at night going to bed. And I just heard so many great things coming out of those headphones. You could hear the strings, you could hear the bass, you could actually hear the bow hitting the strings of the bass and the cellos and the violins, the violas. It just sounded so great when I was a kid. And the vocals of Johnny Wilder Jr., oh my goodness. I don't know how many times they recorded his voice, but he sounded like a whole choir. He was doing all of the background vocals himself. Sound familiar? Yeah. Michael Jackson did the same thing, and they sounded just alike. If you close your eyes and imagine the song Off the Wall being sung by Johnny Wilder Jr., or Rock With You being sung by Johnny Wilder Jr., or She's Out of My Life. Yeah, he wrote all those songs. He wrote those. Yeah. As a matter of fact, he gave Heatwave first dibs on those songs that ended up on Michael's first album. And they turned him down. They turned him. Heatwave was like, no, you get those to someone else. And they did. And look what happened, right? Anyway, hello to Uncle Marshall. Thanks for being on my live video. Here's the first of two in a row from Chicago's own Shalites. This is Heavenly Body on Bedtime Stories. Hey. Where'd you get it? 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 From sunrise will rise. Sing, Gene. Looking at the moon. Mm. To you. Me and you. I close my eyes. Oh. Heavenly body, where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? Everybody. Oh, the sunrise. Love that song. Looking at the moon. What if I get in trouble for blasting this song? Nope, they didn't cut me off. Close.